Hello and happy Tuesday, everybody. We've just crossed the halfway point for English 95. I trust that you are keeping up, but if not, you've got about 4 weeks left to get everything finished up for English 95. Okay, let's think here. Many of you have transferred into Nightingale College from other schools, and it is quite possible that in those schools, for your papers and such like, that you needed to use the MLA citation and reference format. And to come into Nightingale College and suddenly, oh my goodness, everything is APA. What is going on there? Well, I'm just going to look very quickly at the differences between MLA and APA. Now, this is not comprehensive because that would literally take all day at least. But I'm going to be looking more at the rationale behind why MLA and APA are different. So it's important to remember that many professions use various style manuals to help them in the creation of academic resources. So for instance, Chicago style manual is used in fields like history, theology. There is a style manual called IEEE, and I never remember what that stands for, but it's what's used in engineering. And I'm going to assume there's a very slight chance you'd use Chicago style and a very, very, very slim chance you'd use IEEE. Most likely you've either looked at MLA or APA. So let's dive into those differences here. All right, get us set up here. So yes, what is the difference between MLA and APA? So MLA, it's the abbreviation for the Modern Language Association. So this is a professional association that delves into the scholarship of language. Not surprising at all. So some of the fields that use this, the MLA style manual are English and literature, and odds are that is why you have encountered MLA elsewhere, maybe even in high school. Cultural studies, sort of like cross-language, cross-cultural things. Like if I wanted to write in English about things that happen in the French language, I would be probably using MLA. Conversely, APA stands for the American Psychological Association. No surprise that they use this in psychology, but some other fields that use it: anthropology, sociology, and of course, nursing. And that's why we're so into APA about here. When you're looking into the resources that you use for your papers, you'll discover, oh, all of these references and citations in these articles are in APA, and this is why. It's the standard for your field. Different fields have different needs, and their respective style manuals have been written to meet those differing needs. I don't really need to tell you that writing a paper on Shakespeare and writing a paper on diabetes management are going to be two very different looking papers with different approaches. So let's analyze this in a little more detail. Fields that use MLA are most concerned with precise language. and how it is used. No surprise, modern language association. So exact wording is often important, getting into the exact definitions and contexts and usages of words. So MLA leans, amongst other things, it leans more towards using exact quotations and precise sourcing. I'll touch on that last bit in a moment. So on the flip side, fields that use APA are looking more at precise data. Not surprising at all for fields that lean more scientific. You're not going to be so concerned with the particular this writer used this grammatical structure as opposed to that, so they're trying to make this point. You're not concerning yourself at all with that. You're looking at data and hard facts. So so the APA style prefers a mix of quotation, paraphrase, and summary. I say this with the caveat to always defer to what your instructor is asking of you in terms of this particular mix. However, some of you are going to get to a point where you're graduated and you're submitting to official publications that use APA, and they're going to have this expectation that you're not leaning too much. Something that's all quotations isn't really going to work. Something that is all paraphrase isn't really going to work either. You want a mix of these in the materials that you source for your writing. But again, remember the little caveat I said about student work. So to circle back around to something that I mentioned earlier, MLA often demands more information for citations and references than does APA, because we want to get at all that precise wording and all. So APA, for instance, does not require paragraph numbers in the way that MLA does. I'll tell you, in my tutoring, I can always identify the folks who are very well versed in MLA but don't have APA down yet because they're adding those paragraph numbers. Again, this is not the least bit comprehensive, but hopefully getting into the whys behind this all will help you to understand, if you're making this transition from MLA to APA, why things are done differently. And, just I think knowing why something is the way it is always a good thing. Because if you understand the whys of something, it's easier for you to get it down. And that's I hope for you all with this. Okay, thanks a lot. More APA next Tuesday. In the meantime, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye, everybody.